Welcome back to another gloomy day. We haven't had rain today, which is pretty good. The birds have been out for a little bit today, not as long as I'd like them to. We've had a fair bit of work going on this morning, and it is later in the day today, and the birds are all just sort of kicking back, ready for a feed. That's why they're all hanging around this little bit of the front, waiting for me to feed them. But we'll have a look at what we've done today, and we'll go check up on a few of the other birds. So you'll notice that now we have an overhang. I did mention that I was going to put a new roof on this thing, and that's what I did today. Completely took the whole roof off and put a new one on there. There's the old roof over there as well. So it's been a busy morning, but we managed to get it all done. But that's pretty decent now that we've got, before we had no overhang, the roof actually went to there. It was more of an aviary with the clear sections there, but it didn't really work. So yeah, I went with full sheets. So all these sheets that we put up here are full length. Before we just tacked on to the aviary, and that was a bit of a failure. So we'll go through what we've done. We actually are getting a lot of rain, similar to last year, which is yeah, something I've got to deal with. But anyway, so we'll go through. All these sheets are brand new sheets. These are pretty heavy duty roofing sheets, so I can walk across them without even putting a dent in them. We also got two sections of clear that run through there. There's another one there, but they run the full length. Before we had one clear here, and then only clear down here. But now it will be a little bit darker, but that's just something we're going to have to deal with. I am looking at installing some lights on this center beam. There's actually a little bit of rain just starting to drop now. So hello mate, what are you doing? This is actually 83's son, I believe. Oh, there's someone else crawling up my back, spinning around. Who's over here? And accidentally shut that camera off, but hey, come on. Come on. Let's get back into this video. Anyway, so we're talking about lights. One of the projects of this loft, to maintain it. You guys stop fighting down here. They always like these corners for some reason. It's really weird. Anyway, we'll get these lights in at some point. I'm just going to buy some LED ones with a plug that we can just sort of all temporary wire in, but you utilise them pretty well. That little hen's been out all day. She doesn't like the new roof. It's a bit different for her, a bit darker, so she was a bit hesitant. The rest all come through pretty well, so I'm not too stressed about that. They'll get used to it over the next few days, which is good. We haven't had any rain yet. We've got a little bit of light drizzle on there now, but we haven't had a lot of rain today. Only just very, very tiny drizzle. So yeah, we'll just have to make do with it, because I just want to test it. That's what our main thing to do, to see, you know, if it's going to get water in here still, because I've done a lot of work along the back. There was a bit of a leak in the back, and I've siliconed all that up too. So been pretty busy. The only difference on this side really is that this side now has skylight. So you'll notice the two boxes here underneath are a little bit lighter. So that's what they were. So this one was the same as that, but I just added in some a little bit of extra sheeting on top there, just to darken up a bit, because Leo and Storm weren't overly too keen on that. So we got that top little bit of a sunlight there for them. So they're in the penthouse. They got the deluxe box. It's actually nice with a little bit of light in there too. So now that it's a little bit darker, they're a bit happier to be in that box. But they're in fine form. Hopefully pump out some little babies for me. She's pretty close to laying anyway. She's got that little bit of pink mineral powder up there just because she loves that stuff. And I've been giving her a few peanuts here and there as well, just to, you know, push some of that real goody fatness into them, and also some vitamins that are pretty good for fertility. Sitting on egg still. Those ones still sitting on egg still. He's a bit wild, so we'll probably stay out of that one. That hen's on eggs. This hen, I wouldn't say it's too far away. Hopefully this one will line up at the same time that Storm lays, and we can slip some eggs in under here. I'd say she's not too far away from laying, actually. She's getting a bit puffy on the backside there, so hey, I was just going to check. Yeah, so she's definitely in egg producing mode, so we should get some eggs out of her pretty soon too. I'm going to come through, give these guys a bit of a feed soon. hopefully over the next week or so we can actually open up all these boxes. Once these lays eggs, I'll let them out, and then I'll probably let Shock out if he starts behaving himself. But he's a bit of a character. He wants to get in on all the babies. Let's just have a quick look. Checking. So these ones here as well are Leon Storm's eggs. I just slipped them in under there, and then hopefully we'll do the same once these two, if they sync up, will be pretty good as well. But pretty good pair as a foundation anyway. We definitely will bring in bloodlines like we have with the best kennel, and whatever works we'll just pump that into them. So we'll continue to work along nice and slowly. But these eggs here looking pretty good too. So Big Shock's a good father. He's very gentle, this big fella. Some of the cocks are just really rough and flighty and stuff, but he's pretty good. He'll just let you chill, have a bit of a look at the eggs if you need to. And you know, if your birds are relaxed and like this, you can just touch the eggs. It's not a problem. You're not going to lose eggs. They're not going to die. Birds aren't going to leave them, anything like that. So yeah, I think we'll be right. These nest fronts are, yeah, they're all right. I don't mind them. We'll probably work on a better version at some point in the following lofts. We'll leave you, but everyone else, let's have a look at these little babies while we're here. Come on. You're just a noisy girl, aren't you? So, yeah, I might try and ring these ones tomorrow, actually. They're really well fed. She's definitely a good mother. So, yes. So the top one here, that's going to be our red. At this point, I'm going to put my money on a red checker with this tiny little pied around the eyes. And then this one's just going to be a sooty dark blue or checker, I'd say. We'll soon see. But they are ready for rings, so we'll get some rings on them probably tomorrow. They're still going to run the pink rings from last year just because my federation is a little bit slow this year. There's some delays, so that's a bit frustrating. And then this hen down here as well, so I'll probably check her eggs again tomorrow night. And if they're infertile, then I might move these eggs down because I did candle these ones. And they're not as far developed as I thought. So that's just a plan B. If her eggs are infertile, we'll just quickly slip some in under there. But yeah, might not happen yet. Give her a couple more days. Now this light in here, I just love this box. It's nice and the birds look really good. And I'm just going to let these guys out. I just had them in here today. When I had the roof off, all the birds, I had them all in these little compartments, and I just left these ones in there to see if they'd pair up, but you know, still a bit slow. 83 is doing pretty well after his little run in with the falcon. It's gave him a bit of clip in there. He's starting to heal up pretty well, so I don't think we're going to have too much trouble there. But they look like a pretty good pair, to be honest. I think they'll do well. As I said, every other video, I'm pretty excited for that. And then I've just got one cockbird down there. I'll let him out shortly, but he was just stirring up everyone else, so I just separated him. But today went well. Now we're on to the next plan, which is to plan the lighting for in here. And more so the next project that we will do. It's a little bit more complicated, but it's just to redo this whole front. I've got some pretty good ideas for it, and try and weatherproof this a little bit better as well, because we had the clock sitting up here last year, or this season, sorry. And yeah, we really want to set it up as a bit more permanent. I'd probably even have it in on this side, close it in a bit better, but I won't go into it too much now. We'll probably get into that a bit more over the next few weeks, because next weekend we have our first $20,000 ring race. And these birds are going to go. We've got 2 in there, so I may get them out for a toss tomorrow, just depending on the weather. It's just frustrating at the moment. I don't want to throw the birds out in this weather for no reason. This is one of the cockbirds over the back there. Oh, who's on my camera? Get off there. Gosh. Come here. Oh, this little guy's 83's son, but he's just taken over. 83 used to be the same as this when he was a baby, all friendly. And then we've got another one that wants to come over here as well, but yeah. This is the fun part about pigeons, I think. Come on. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Stay tuned. There's a lot of work coming up, let alone the breeding just starting again. So I'll see you soon.